Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as usual, is the one and only Joel Meyer. How are we doing today, Joel? How was your weekend?
It was okay, I guess. Didn't get up to too much. In fact, I did a lot of sleeping yesterday. Usually I save that for Mondays, but I don't know. Saturday hit me harder than expected, so yeah, didn't really bet any NFL. Hockey was not so good on Saturday, but thankfully we didn't do a show for that time, so that's just my own information. But we did have a very good day on Thursday, so yeah, pretty good weekend altogether. Looking forward to what do we got? The Frozen Book hockey.
Yes,
Tuesday, October 28th. Very exciting. Yeah, how about your weekend?
it was good. Friday was rough. Driving from Philly up to middle, pretty far out there on Long Island. Ended up taking 4.5 hours there when it should take 3. Hit traffic at like every stage. So once it got there, that was good. Good weekend up there. Took the train home Saturday night, so that was much easier there. And yeah, Saturday was not a very good betting day. The Avalanche took an early lead. They were dominating there, and I hit them live twice. That was bad there. Didn't really watch much hockey, but scrolling down, I was on the Golden Knights. I was on there was a bunch of Malinsky specials happening Saturday that we would have been all over. I'm sure that didn't happen for us. So yeah,
Canadiens, that was Munsky. They came through.
Yeah. I forget. I'm looking through the games now to see what I took here. Sabres Leafs over happened there. Mammoth Wild 6-2. Flyers started the game started the day with a big win at 12:30 against Islanders. But yeah, and I forgot that I am apparently a part of Archer's Schaefer army. I have Schaefer at 20-1 from before the season, so I have to start my propaganda there. And I was talking with some Islanders fans on Saturday. They were just gushing about how good he is, because I said like, oh, I don't know if he's that good, or the Islanders just don't have anyone else. And they're like, you're not watching then if you don't know how good he is. But the Flyers, got some late hits on them, or finishing their checks against them, and seem to minimize that. So we'll see if other teams pick that up.
Yeah, well, Demidov finally got off the goalless night. He had a strong night on Saturday against the Canucks, I think it was, or it might have been the Friday game against Oilers, or was it Thursday? I don't know. Weekends are a blur. But yeah, he had a goal and 2 assists, and he's back on the first power play unit. So that's good to see. He was really dishing the puck well.
Yeah, I think he's still plus 250. Schaefer at plus 190, but those are clearly the two favorites. And then you got Booyam, Snuggerud, my boy. What's his name? Emmett Finney is down to 20-1. Emmett Finney, had seventh round pick, playing top line for the Red Wings there. So got a few irons in the fire there. But yeah, we got 16 games on Tuesday, so I don't want to do it too long on the intro here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on YouTube. That's where we go live. That's where you get the information first. Subscribe to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. Also on Spotify and on Twitter at HockeySGPN. But yeah, let's quickly just go over the puck buck bets for Thursday, because this is what we do. We're transparent. We show everything, even though so many days ago now, I hardly remember it. But you mentioned that Canadiens Oilers game from Thursday night. That was just a complete shit show of officiating that left the Oilers back in the game, with Josh Anderson getting a penalty for slapping the puck out of the net or something. Like, just ridiculous there. But I mean, pretty much every other big dog won. Chicago won. San Jose won in overtime. Celebrini, hat trick and 2 assists or something. He's been on fire. I think he's up 14 points on the season. He's up there.
Yeah, he's going for that Olympic team.
Yeah. Okay, Archer. We got the Olympic motivation. Ducks a good win on the road. Utah a good win. Yeah. What was there? Any other highlights from Thursday?
Yeah, away dogs really dominated. Yes. Overs as well. Ton of high scoring games, especially if you put alt lines. think the Oilers won, the Ducks, Rangers, Sharks. These games are all in the double digits of goals. Yeah, that third period was a joke from the Canadiens Oilers. Yeah. What did they team up for? Just hitting the stick on the ice after the power play goal for the Oilers.
Yeah, after the goal, he like shot the puck back to center ice and was like, "Oh, penalty!" Like, come on,
it's a joke. Yeah. Anyway, very good day. Anyway, look at that, 12-5, up
147
almost bucks. So yeah, let's hopefully keep that momentum going. I don't have much else to say. It was like half a week ago. So
yeah. No, I mean, did you end up doing any underdog round robins? I did a round robin, and I'm pretty sure my only loser was the Flyers.
I did a round robin, but I had I think I hit 5 out of 7, but the 2 ones that lost for the Stars and the Avs, so they were the only favorites in the round robin. So it ended up being a pretty tidy profit there, and those are both in overtime, so it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, that Avalanche game, they went down 4-1. They were dominating shots on goal, came back to tie it with Nichushkin scoring, but yeah, couldn't get it done in overtime. Hurricanes have been tough all year long.
Although that's the first time I've ever seen like a Hurricanes game outshot by like double their shot total. I know that they were pretty banged up, but still, Avalanche were like 30-12 in shots at one point.
Yeah, that was crazy there. So Avalanche, Avalanche outshot the Bruins pretty good too on Saturday. So I got to.
Oh, that's no huge achievement.
No, but yeah, you went 12-5. Another big card, another profitable card for you. Plus 147. I went 7-3, plus 98 there. So hopefully we can keep it going here. Of course, NBA season has started as well. And NFL going, MLB got the Sports Equinox tonight. So make sure you check out the SGPN app and subscribe to the SGPN feed to get every episode on the Sports Going Podcast Network. All right, let's get into this big 16-game slate for Tuesday, October 28th. Kicking us off here at 6 p.m. Got the Calgary Flames plus 170 at the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 205. Over 5.5 is minus 122. Under 5.5 is plus 102. Joel, give this one to you.
Well, the Flames finally put together a pretty strong performance on Sunday yesterday against the hapless Rangers, winning like 5-1 at the end. The Leafs had to come back from behind to beat the Sabres to avoid losing both games against Buffalo. So they avoided some embarrassment there. But this is two teams with pretty pedestrian offenses. So the side, I think, is fairly priced. If anything, I would take the Flames. They're going out east for the first game of a road trip. The Leafs are just very underwhelming so far. And I don't think that they should be favored by this much against pretty much anyone. So I would take the Flames, but officially we're just going to go with the under 5.5 at plus 102. Just going to back 2 good goaltenders and 2 very weak offenses. So just give me 15 bucks on under 5.5 plus 102.
Calgary, Toronto, under 5.5, 102, 15 bucks. Yeah, I don't know how to bet this game here. I'm not taking the Leafs minus 205. I'm seeing William Nylander didn't play Saturday against Buffalo, so if he's out, that could be big for Toronto. Didn't know Chris Tanev's on IR. He's been on IR for
Morgan Riley didn't play either.
I didn't know that either. And Calgary mostly healthy, so if anything, Calgary maybe feeling good after their first regulation win. They were home though on Sunday. Have to go now back out to Toronto. Yeah, if anything here, I would play the Flames at plus 170, but just haven't seen enough from them at all this season. And last year, Toronto put up a 6 spot on them twice. So this is going to be a pass game for me to start the slate. All right, down to 6 p.m. again. Got the Pittsburgh Penguins plus 130 at the Philadelphia Flyers minus 155. Over 5.5 is minus 125. Under 5.5 is plus 105. This is a back-to-back for the Penguins. They are starting Tristan Jarry tonight. So it will be Artur Silovs tomorrow. He just allowed 4 to the Blue Jackets. 41 shots against those. So a lot of good performance before that against the Canucks in a revenge game there. So he's been settling in a little bit for Shelovs and Flyers. I imagine it'll be Dan Vladar. Arison started Saturday, but Vladar has been the starter. Also, Penguins, Rickard Rakell, going to be out 6 to 8 weeks with a hand injury. Flyers healthy until they get Risto back in month and a half here. But Flyers have been a good, well-structured team here under Rick Tocchet, 4-1 at home, 0-2-1 on the road. Haven't looked out of it in any other games. And, Penguins have been looking good. 1-4 in a row, shootout loss. I like them tonight against the Blues as home dogs, but I think the Flyers here get it done. Minus 155 is one of the best prices out there on the market. So I'm going to take Flyers minus 155 for 30 puck bucks on that. Am kind of enticed by the under if it is Vladar and Seelovs is on his game, but just going to go with the Flyers here at home.
I don't have a strong opinion on this one. As you mentioned, Penguins playing the Blues tonight. That's not the easiest travel spot, I guess. Pittsburgh. Well, no, it's not in St. Louis. It's in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna pass this one as well. If anything, I would take the over. Back-to-back game for the Penguins. Still don't trust their defense, and their goaltending I think is a little bit fool's gold, but they're riding hot right now, so I'll stay away from it. But if I had to put this game, it would be the over. But nothing for me here.
Yeah, the over would be the play. Pittsburgh is a power play goal in 3 straight, had 2 against Florida and Vancouver. Flyers have been taking some careless penalties. So this one could be going over. All right, down to 6:30 here. I got the Vegas Golden Knights plus 120 at the Carolina Hurricanes minus 142. Under 6.5 at minus 130. Over 6.5 plus 110. Joel, back to you.
Yeah, probably the marquee game of the slate. Golden Knights, of course, had a tough trip to the Florida Panhandle. They only got 1 point out of the 2.
Only 1 goal.
Yeah, so offense is a bit sticky at this point. I know when Eichel's not scoring, then the Knights aren't scoring. That's the way it's going right now. But still, strong start to the season for them. Very strong start for the Hurricanes, too, coming back from a long road trip. Not quite a Malinsky because they have had a couple days off after the Saturday game. Who do they play? The Stars, I believe they lost there. Mm-hmm. It's Knights or nothing here, even if they haven't done much on this road trip. But at least they're getting these 2 tough teams out of the way early. I do think that they respond in a big way here. Jack Eichel gets back on the board. So give me the Knights plus 120. 20 bucks on that. And they played earlier. That's right. Golden Knights won that one. 4-5-1, something like that. Pretty convincing victory. That's what I'm going to do. And give me the over 6.5. What's the line? Plus 110.
Oh, let me refresh here. I think it was plus 110. Let me get that back up. Plus 110.
Yeah, so 15 bucks on that and 20 bucks on the Knights plus 120.
Yeah, I'm just taking the Knights here plus 120 for 20 bucks there. As you mentioned, they played before already. That was a 4-1 win in Vegas, and Hurricanes have quite a few injuries. That's what happened in Colorado that I was so upset about. They had no. I think Gostisbehere was already out. Slavin's out. Gostisbehere's out. Robinson, Carrier. Then Keandre Miller took warm-ups and then didn't play. So I was like missing 3 of their top 6 defensemen. Colorado has to take advantage, but they didn't. Same thing. Dallas, they lost 3-2. Yeah, not a Malinsky special coming home from that long road trip, though. Vegas has been outplayed in Florida, 2-1-2 on the road now. Only wins against San Jose and Calgary. So kind of talking myself out of it. But Vegas, I think, just a better, deeper team here. They'll get it figured out without Mark Stone. Hurricanes still a bit beat up. So give me Vegas here plus 120 for 20 bucks. As for the total, I'd probably go with the under. Vegas hasn't really allowed much recently. 1 goal against Carolina in that other one, then 3-2. I guess Carolina has been scoring a bit, but not playing the total, just Vegas here. All right, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on hockey and everything else. The prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. There's not much juice there. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, down here to 645, I guess. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 100 at the Buffalo Sabres minus 120. Total is at 6.5. Both the over and under are at minus 110. Both teams 4-4 so far. Buffalo does have that extra overtime loss. Buffalo 4-2 at home. Columbus 3-1 on the road. Buffalo a little bit beat up though on the just depth pieces. I guess plus Josh Norris still out for a while. Columbus mostly healthy. Columbus has been good on the road throughout the season, winning in Pittsburgh, Dallas, Minnesota, and then losing in Nashville. I guess if anything, then the Blue Jackets plus 100, but not really confident either way on this one. If anything, might go with the over 6.5 at minus 110. Both of these teams have been scoring a bit while also giving up some, but this is probably not just another pass for me.
Yeah, I agree with both of those, but not just passes, but plays. The Blue Jackets at even money, they're top 10 in both actual goals and expected goals. Buffalo Sabres, they continue to be a sieve defensively, so I think the Blue Jackets can take advantage of that weakness and their perpetual problems in net. So yeah, give me the Jackets, give me the over 6.5. I think the Sabres can at least keep up with them in terms of their own offense. So 20 puck bucks on the Jackets and say 20 puck bucks as well on the over 6.5.
All right, down to 7 p.m. here. I got the Anaheim Ducks plus 154 at the Florida Panthers minus 185, over 5.5 minus 135, under 5.5 plus 114. Back to you, Joel.
Yeah, Ducks continue to be a surprise teams in this league. That's a big number here. They continue to cash as these road dogs. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going back to the Panthers. We know all about their injury issues. So yeah, as long as the Ducks are hot like this and catch the teams off guard, they're not they're not like the 2012 Sharks or anything here. They're the Ducks who've been pretty shitty for years now. So yeah, teams are maybe a little sleepy on them. And the market certainly is the way that they've performed so far with the winning record and dogs in almost every game. So why not go back to the well? Give me the Ducks plus 154, 15 puck bucks. Total is a bit juicy there at the over 5.5 minus 135. But the Ducks have been an offensive juggernaut. So I could certainly understand that line. But no, I'm just going to go with another road dog here in the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Plus 154 for those 15 puck bucks. They're coming off a loss in Tampa Bay, but a decent showing, outshot them 40-30, 40-33, killed off 5 of 6 power plays against. Florida, good win against Vegas, but until you see it string a few wins together, you're not really going to believe that they're still as good as they are. But Anaheim does have some injury issues. Chris Kreider, Ryko Gudis, and Mikael Granlund either didn't play or Granlund left the game on Saturday. So keep an eye out on that. But I still think, Ducks here, road dogs is a good spot to get them against the Panthers. Right down to 7:15. Got the New York Islanders minus 135 at the Boston Bruins plus 114. Over 5.5 minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105. In recent years, you'd be 5.5 in an Islanders Bruins game. You just give me that all day long here, but not quite this year. Islanders have gone over in 7 of their 8 games. Boston's been a high scoring high goal giving up team as well there. Boston is in Ottawa tonight. It looks like Swayman is starting for them. Hampus Lindholm is out for a while for Boston. Islanders are relatively healthy, besides Engvall. Romanov being out is kind of key there. Shabanov day to day, but nothing too major. So who's their backup? Korpisalo. Don't really trust Korpisalo here. Don't really like betting on the Islanders either. But I think I will take that over 5.5 at -125. Islanders playing, kind of fun hockey, and Boston is allowing goals as well. So over 5.5, -125 for 25 puck bucks, and I will take the Islanders if I had to.
Yeah, tough spot to back the Bees here, coming back home from Ottawa after playing tonight. So we'll see how that one goes. Maybe if the line goes up significantly, I'll be interested in backing Boston, but nothing for me right now. Islanders continue to be a pretty miserable team, but like you mentioned, they're finally turning into a more fun team under Patrick Roy. I've been waiting for it for a while, but it's finally happening. Sorokin is certainly not the goalie he was a couple years ago. You mentioned Korpisalo. Can't trust him. And yeah, the Bruins defensively is certainly not as good as in years past. Marco Sturm has been playing better offensively, though. So yeah, it makes total sense to me why these have been two of the stronger over teams this season. So if I had to bet, it would be the over, but I think I'm gonna skip this one as well.
All right, down to 7:45. Got the Tampa Bay Lightning -155 at the Nashville Predators +130. Over 5.5 -130. Under 5.5 +110. Joel, got anything for this one?
Yeah, Lightning continue to be a problem. They are not playing well connected hockey right now. I mentioned there are issues transporting the puck from the back end, and we have a Stamkos revenge game here for the Preds. Not reading too much into that. Kucherov, he's playing better after being sick for a couple games. I watched some of that game against the Ducks or the Knights. One of those games, yeah. Yeah, Kucherov scored the game winner there. Yeah, it's a big line, but the Predators have been pretty shit team so far this year. I know they just beat the Canucks, but the Canucks were at the end of a long road trip and playing pretty miserable hockey for most of it. So, yeah, going back to the well with the Lightning. They haven't treated me too kindly so far this season, but I think this is not a bad price to pay considering the gap between the two teams. Just need Vasilevsky to play a little bit better. He's certainly struggled out of the gate. But yeah, give me the over. Not the over. We're going to skip the total, but Lightning -155, 30 bucks on that one.
Yeah, I have that same thing typed in already. Nashville is without Roman Josi now. He is week to week, so that is a key upper body injury for them. So Josi not playing. I can't even name like two other Predators defensemen there. It's just like don't know who can really replace them.
Shea.
Oh, Brady Shea's down there. Yeah, Nashville like Stamkos, Marchessault. They're not doing much. Nashville won against the Kings, but got outshot by 15. Vancouver's not that good. So Tampa Bay's probably deserved better than their record shows. A lot of 1-goal games there. Yeah, every loss has been 1 goal, except their one against the Devils there, who have been on fire now. So yeah, Lightning here -155, I think would be the play. I would look to the under, if anything. Both of these teams have been lower scoring, but not taking a -135 here. Maybe if it was at Novik and they had less juice, I would take that. But just the Lightning here, -155. All right, down to 8 p.m. Got the Winnipeg Jets at the Minnesota Wild. Both teams are at -110. We got a frozen Bukake. Pick 'em. Over 5.5 is -130. Under 5.5 is +110. I really just want to fade both of these teams. The Jets are 6-3 here, despite having the worst expected goals for share in the league, 40% according to Natural Stat Trick. The Wild have the 9th worst. They're 3-5-2. They're not looking good after me being high on them going into the year. Maybe that's what I get losing to the Sharks there on a back-to-back. Going to be the 3rd game in 4 nights now. Winnipeg lost 2 of their past 3 to Seattle and Utah, only beating Calgary, who is not a good team. But I want to take the Jets just because they've been able to win these games, and they have Hellebuck, who should be able to outduel Gustafsson in net. But it's tough. I really I don't think I can do anything for this game. If anything, I would take the Jets at -110. Total, I guess, then would be the under, just because that kind of correlates. But this is a very much wait and see on both of these teams.
Yeah, I understand all that. The Jets are not a good-looking team right now, and their goaltending hasn't been quite as it's been last year with the Hart Trophy winner and that kind of Hellebuck. But yeah, I think the Wild are still they got more gas in the tank. They have more to show, I would say. So getting them at home at -110, I think is the play, but very low confidence in that. So I'll probably just skip it for the puck bucks. And yeah, I know the Wild offense has been clicking, but against some pretty bad teams, including the Sharks, where they lost anyway. It's a small looks to the under or the under and the Wild, but nothing really confident here.
It's a Joel squinting look. It's a very, very small look. Eyes are open very, very, very slightly. All right, down to 8:15 here. Got the Detroit Red Wings -105 at the St. Louis Blues -115. Under 6.5 -130. Over 6.5 +110. Blues are in Pittsburgh tonight, and they are starting Hofer. Do you have anything for this one?
Right, so it should be Jordan Binnington in nets, and you mentioned that Jake Neighbors and Robert Thomas are out for tonight's game, so you'd expect them to miss this one as well. The Red Wings, after a strong start, they've faltered a little bit, but they still got a winning record and playing decent hockey, certainly better than they have in years past, where they've just been carried by their power play and some, I would say, unsustainable goaltending. But their 5-5 play certainly been better under Todd McClellan. And the Blues, their 5-5 play has also been pretty good, at least according to the underlying metrics. But they've had a rough go here. Where they lost 4 or 5 in a row now, the Blues. This one is kind of tough. Red Wings being on the road here and getting St. Louis on the back-to-back, I think, is the way to go, especially with the Blues injuries. And the Red Wings have been more or less they're equal in terms of how they've been playing so far. So once again, a low confidence play and then the Detroit side here, but not enough for puck bucks. And the total, if anything, would be the 6.5. The way that both teams are playing. Actually, no, let's give a bet out. 15 puck bucks on the over 6.5. +110. I think we do get some goals here, especially with the Blues on the back-to-back, even if they have their nominally better goalie in net.
Yeah, I want to try to take the Red Wings here, but they're 1-2 on the road. 7-2 loss on Long Island on the back-to-back, and in Buffalo they were lost 4-2. They won in Toronto, but got outshot 40-15 there. Yeah, Thomas is out. Neighbors is out. For Detroit, Patrick Kane's been out for a while. So injuries on both sides there. Yeah, I think Detroit is the way I would go here. I have to imagine they only get the money. So get them now while you can. If there's still, plus odds, even money out there, but not going to be betting it here. I would take the over 6.5 though with you. Cause St. Louis allowed 13 goals in their last game. And we saw this meeting in Detroit on Saturday with Detroit winning 6-4. So, could see another Detroit high-scoring win here, but not going to be taking anything for the puck bucks. All right, down to 8:30 here. Got the Washington Capitals +120 at the Dallas Stars -142. Over 5.5 -130. Under 5.5 at +110. Both teams are kind of off to solid starts. Dallas 5-3-1, Washington 6-3. Dallas good wins against Carolina, then back-to-back at Nashville. Going to be their third game in 4 nights. Same thing for Washington. Went into Columbus and won. Then that 7-1 loss to Ottawa, where Linus Ullmark tried to fight Charlie Lindgren, I think, there, because Capitals only had like 6 shots through 2 periods, got outshot 34-13. Caps going on the road now. They're undefeated. 4-2 Islanders, 1-0 Rangers, 5-1 over Columbus there. So I think Washington here would be my play as a road dog. Rupe Hintz is day-to-day. He was out for Sunday's game. Matt Duchene day-to-day as well. So going to need their big dogs to take over. But yeah, give me the dogs here. Give me the Capitals plus 120. I'll throw 20 bucks on that.
Yeah, it's Capitals been pretty impressive. Not the toughest schedule so far, but you can only play the team that are in front of you. And yeah, the Stars have been a bit up and down. Played some tough competition early on, but rather underwhelming at other times against easier opponents. Yeah, just coming off that nice win against Carolina, which is impressive and encouraging for them. And that's the only way I would look here with the Stars at home against the Caps. Minus 142. I think that's not too high of a price to pay. Stayed away from the total, but just give me 25 bucks on the home team at minus 142.
25 bucks there on Dallas. Okay, down to 9 o'clock here. 8:45. Got the Ottawa Senators minus 135 at the Chicago Blackhawks plus 114. Over 5.5 is minus 130. Under 5.5 is plus 110. This will be a back-to-back for Ottawa, but they will have Ullmark in net. Joel, back to you.
Right, another tough one to pick with the team playing in about an hour or two tonight. Yeah, the Blackhawks have been kind of impressive since the first few games where they looked absolutely dreadful. Connor Bedard is looking more like he did a couple years ago rather than last year. He certainly made some significant strides to his game. We do like that Merlainen is out of the net for the Sens. It's going to be Ullmark, as you mentioned. But yeah, it's tough ask here. Sens 1-2 in a row. Playing Boston tonight. Not the easiest opponent, I guess. And across the board, go down to the what are they playing? The Blackhawks.
Yeah.
The screen's gone all over the place.
I know, my bad.
But yeah, give me the Blackhawks here. Just 15 bucks. So I don't really love a lot of stuff from this card, even though there's a ton to choose from. Nothing's really popping to me like this is a mega whale play or anything like that. But staying away from the total, but 15 bucks on the home team.
I think I'm going the other way here with the Ascend minus 135. Do have Ullmark in net last year. They went 8-4-2 on the second half of back-to-backs. Chicago's been impressive, but I still think they have a few injuries up front. Mikheyev is day-to-day, did not return against Sacramento. I don't think Sacramento has a hockey team. The Kings, they did not return against the Kings, so this site has to default as Sacramento, I guess. And Todd Bertuzzi also. Tyler Bertuzzi also.
Tyler, yeah.
Todd Bertuzzi is also out.
That's his dad.
Todd Bertuzzi. Neither Bertuzzi is playing in this game. Dickinson's been out for a few games now as well. So Chicago doesn't have much depth. Already taking a hit there. But I do want to see how Ottawa plays tonight. But I'll take Ottawa on the some bucks here. Minus 135. I'll throw 15 on that to win about 10. Total. Probably go with the under. Chicago hasn't scored more than 3 in 4 straight. They've only scored more than 3 once this season in St. Louis when they had 8 against Joel Hofer, giving up everything left and right. And Ottawa typically plays lower scoring games. Yeah, Chicago's gone under 7 out of 9, so maybe that would be a good look depending on how Ottawa plays tonight. All right, we are brought to you by Underdog. Everyone knows Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 500 times your entry. But now in select states, Underdog has team picks. That's right, sides and totals. Great option for anyone looking to get in on the action. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. And of course, check out Rhythm. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just added the NBA. We're giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you could win $1,000. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right, down here at 9 o'clock, we have the New Jersey Devils plus 130 at the Colorado Avalanche minus 155. Under 6.5 minus 125. Over 6.5 plus 105. Joel, right back to you here.
Another game we just recently saw. I think it was Saturday with the Avalanche.
Sunday actually. Yeah.
Sunday. The Avs in Jersey, losing that one as the Devils continue to stop the entire NHL. That was another OT one, right? Or was it just 4-3?
Overtime, yeah. I think Jack Hughes won it.
Yeah, he's been on fire. For some reason his odds aren't going down, so there's still plenty of time to jump on him for Rocket Richard or the Hart.
Jump on board and jack off with us.
Exactly. Yeah. I think he's one of the top skater leaders right now. Anyway, certainly in terms of goals. I think that we will see goals in this one with two of the prohibitive Hart favorites, although not in terms of the market. Jack Hughes still around 30-1. And McKinnon, of course, up there around 3-1, who's been absolutely on fire to start the season. Avs have been in some close games lately, but have not been on the right side of the ledger. They've lost, 3 games in a row now?
4 in a row. 3 in
overtime. 4 in a row. But yeah, 3 in overtime, so almost 500. For the side, the Devils starting the road trip, but not ideal going to altitude right away. But the Avs, of course, are following them. Like they were just on the East Coast there for the past week, or maybe not that long, for at least a couple games. Mm-hmm. The over is the only way I'm looking right now. I think we'll see another high scoring game. Give me the over 6.5 plus 105, 20 bucks on that one. I don't have much more to add other than Wedgwood is coming back down to earth a little bit after starting the season really hot, and the Devils are scoring goals for fun. So I would take the Devils maybe if I had to play a side, but for me it's just going to be the over 6.5, 25 bucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up what's going on with Mackenzie Blackwood right now, but no real updates in the past week or so. Just that he won't travel for last Tuesday's game, so who knows?
Did he play one game and then back to the?
Well, I don't think he even played a game. I think he was just
activated.
He was just activated from the conditioning stint where he was trying to get practice time, and now they're slow playing it. Trent Miner got a point for them in New Jersey on a back-to-back on Sunday there. 3rd game in 4 nights for the Avs, so Devils might have a little bit of the rest advantage, but I do like the Avs here. It's just minus 155 is just a bit too much for me. Avs do have the highest expected goals for share here at 58.75, 2 whole percentage points above the Blues at 56, and the Devils have the 10th worst at 47.19, but can't quite get to the minus 155 price given the way the Devils are playing. They're not allowing many goals. Allowed 1-1-2 in the 3 before the one against the Avs there. Jake Allen, maybe a blessing in disguise for the Devils that Jacob Markstrom's hurt a bit. Just get Jake Allen in there. Nico Dawes, I think, got a win as well for them against the Wild. So I like the Avs here. Just can't get to that minus 155 price. And I might like the under too, because the Devils just not allowing much at all, but not strong enough to go for a play. All right, down to 9:30 here. Got the Utah Mammoth plus 130 at the Edmonton Oilers minus 155. Under 6.5 is minus 125. Over 6.5 is plus 105 here. Mammoth continue to be a very fun team. Winning now, what's that? Seven in a row. Now they're 8-2 on the season. 7-game win streak. 3 on the road in St. Louis, in Minnesota, in Winnipeg. There on the back-to-back. Edmonton back-to-back losses after getting some help from the refs to beat the Canadiens there. 3rd game in 4 nights for both sides. Edmonton coming back home, where they have been good 2-0-1 this season, but I don't know if I can get to minus 155 here for Edmonton. Utah, Nick Schmaltz has been on fire for them. They just have every line really seems to be clicking for Utah. 6-7 goals against Minnesota and St. Louis. Their Malka's been good for them. Skinner has been good enough for Edmonton, not really allowing more than 3 goals per game, but I like the Mammoth here at plus 130 to stay hot, 1-7 in a row, 4-2 on the road. So plus 130 for 20 puck bucks on Utah. I would look to the over, but not going to be playing it here.
Yeah, you mentioned the Mammoth have been absolutely on fire, and the Oilers, as we expected, for like the third, fourth straight season, they have come out of the gates really slow, and a lot of that has to do with their decor, not necessarily the goaltending, more just Ekholm and Bouchard just being really bad. Jake Wallen coming back has helped a little bit, but yeah, it's tough to win games when you only have 1 goal out of McDavid and you have your best 2 defensemen playing like they are. So yeah, the plus 130 I think is a little enticing for the Mammoth, considering how well they're playing, and the Oilers continue to struggle. Oilers would turn things around, next month, December even. They'll go on a run, but for now they're not playing connected hockey, so give me the team that are playing connected hockey in the Utah Mammoth. So yeah, let's go with that. And the over 6.5, I think we could see another entertaining game here in Rogers Place or Rogers Arena, whatever one it's called. Yeah, let's go with 15 puck bucks on the Mammoth and 15 puck bucks on the over 6.5.
All right, down here to 10 p.m. Got the New York Rangers minus 115 at the Vancouver Canucks minus 105. Over 5.5 minus 130. Under 5.5 plus 110. Can't find any odds on what type of reception JT Miller gets, but Joel, what do you think?
I don't think it'll be that bad because he's been a fan favorite here in Vancouver for a while, and the city is split. I would say it's more 60-40 JT Miller fans over Elias Pettersson, even though Pettersson currently wears the skate or the Orca. And yeah, the Canucks had that road trip was pretty brutal in terms of how well they're playing. They got some results, but it was pretty miserable to watch. And the Rangers, they have not got the results, even though they played fairly well. They definitely did not play well in Calgary last night, though. That was pretty miserable, losing to, in terms of points wise, the worst team in the NHL in the Calgary Flames. But yeah, Canucks looked really good against the Oilers. They held on to a win. Demko's been one of the best goalies in the league. Patterson even has been better than he has been in a while. His two-way play is there at least. He's not as good as he was a couple years ago, but he's taking steps anyway. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from the side. I kind of like the Rangers because I expect them to start scoring at some point, but the Canucks have been playing better hockey lately, so I'll stay away from that. But the under 5.5 with 2 of the best goalies in the league, I think, in terms of the expected goals for, or expected, whatever it is, the goalie stat, the top 5 goalies in the league. And then given the fact that both offenses are struggling still, giving the under 5.5 at plus 110, 15 puck bucks.
Yeah, the underlying metrics here, Rangers have been great. Fourth highest expected goals for percentage. Vancouver has been 5th lowest. So like you said, you want to find a way to take the Rangers, but 3 straight losses, including to the Sharks in overtime. I think the Sharks were on a back-to-back there, maybe that
not. Was the first night.
That was the first night of back-to-back, right? And then, you said two good goalies. Shesterkin, allows 6 and 5 in the last 2 games. His Vezina odds have shot up a little, kind of a bit longer there. But Vancouver, Quinn Hughes missed Sunday's game, so that's going to be something to watch for the game against the Rangers. Already without Philip Hedl, Hoglander, Forbert, Lekaramaki, Bluger. There's a bunch of guys, not really any key pieces besides Quinn Hughes there, but
key though when you look at their center depth.
Yeah, well, Hedl, absolutely, yeah. So if Hughes is out, I imagine that moves the line at least 10 cents. So Rangers here might be worth the play at minus 115. Keep an eye on morning skate news for those Canucks beat writers. Maybe try to beat the odds movement when books are focusing on other sports there. but I don't think I can't I just can't back the Rangers. They're just haven't shown enough. Shesterkin coming off two bad games. That under could be a good look, but I'm just going to stay away from this one. Like you said, not a ton of plays I like here. I mean, your puck buck card is growing pretty good. Nothing too strong.
But they're all like small.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, a bunch of 15s.
Yeah.
All right, down to 10:30 here. Montreal Canadiens -130 at the Seattle Kraken +110. Over 5.5 -125. Under 5.5 +105. Montreal, this is the fourth and final game of a road trip. Won 2 of the first 3. Should have beat Edmonton there. Lost 6-5. Seattle came home. They came home from a long road trip and beat the Oilers 3-2 on Saturday. So both of these teams have had 2 days off after that. Montreal Dobby has been insane for the Habs. Like I've seen his Calder odds come down quite a bit. He's been I think he has the most wins in the league for a goalie. He has 6 wins. Seattle still without Jared McCann. Capo Caco is day to day. He's still going to be out for a little bit. Patrick Laine, tough to see him undergoing a core muscle surgery. That's something that's going to keep him out for a while. Caden Gooley also out on injury reserve for the Habs here. I think if anything, you got to look Montreal's way. I'm trying to look at the underlying metrics, and neither of these teams is very good. Seattle bottom 3, Montreal 11th worst, but I do think Montreal is the better team overall. Seattle undefeated at home though, so tough spot here. I would go Montreal if anything -130, but just going to be another pass game for me.
Yeah, I don't have any differing thoughts to yourself for this one. You mentioned the Kraken, second worst according to Evolving Hockey in terms of 5-5 behind the Jets somehow. Yeah, undefeated at home, but not the strongest competition. No, they just beat the Oilers. I think that was in Seattle. But yeah, it's
It'd be Vegas in overtime too. It'd be Vegas in overtime. So that's in the Ducks.
And the Ducks, the mighty Ducks. Yeah, give me the nothing. I don't really like this. I want to bet the Canadiens, but the Kraken have been kind of feisty, and the Canadiens have been getting a little lucky some of these wins, but I'm staying away here.
Yeah, you'll end up betting in at 10-20 when you're so far deep into the card. You'll throw some money on the
exactly.
on
That's
the
one of those kind of bets. Yeah.
All right, down to 11 o'clock here, closing it out. Los Angeles Kings -192 at the San Jose Sharks +160. Under 6.5 -130. Over 6.5 is +110 here. Kings on the 5th game of a road trip. San Jose coming home from a 4-game road trip. Is that long enough for a Malinsky with a 1-day break?
Did they play Saturday? I thought it was Thursday, Friday.
They played Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Sunday. So 4th game.
Malinsky.
4th game in 6 nights. Yeah, they won in Minnesota on Sunday, 6-5 in overtime. So I guess that explains this line. Kings at -192, 4-1-2 on the road, but a bunch of overtime games for the Kings. They've gone to overtime in 5 of their 10 games this season. San Jose in 4 of their 9. So give me the draw here. Give me the draw between these two rivals. Sharks have been very, very pesky. The pesky Sharks there going to overtime 2 of their last 3, 6-5 wins. Let's make sure there's no injuries I'm missing here. Is Kopitar back?
I don't think so.
I'm not seeing him on the injury list unless he's Yeah, Kopitar is back, it looks like, which is pretty surprising because I thought he was going to be out for quite a few weeks. Yeah, he returned on the 25th. What was that? Friday? So yeah, Kopitar is back.
Saturday.
Saturday. Kopitar back for the Kings. Sharks have a few defenseman injuries, but they're looking to trade a defenseman, so they have enough there. Yeah, I'll probably end up betting the Sharks just to try to have some fun with it, but not going to be playing anything here for puck bucks. But I'm taking the draw. It's going to be +3 something for 10 puck bucks.
Yeah, I don't have much to add here. Sharks coming back from a pretty long road trip and way out east. Pretty quick turnover. LA, they played Dallas on Saturday. I don't think they played since then, right?
Who? Kings?
Yeah.
Kings played Chicago yesterday. Nashville on Saturday.
All right. Way off. But anyway, nothing on the side. Give me the over 6.5 though. You know, the Sharks overs continue to be fairly profitable. So getting a plus number for 7 goals is looking pretty good. I know Kings, you know, historically defensive team and all that, but this year they have been involved in some shootouts. So yeah, Kemper is certainly not as good as he was last year. Or that's the one in LA, right? The goalie. Yeah, Kemper. So yeah, just $20 on the over 6.5. Just Sharks overs. This is definitely one that I'll be a few pops in by this point. So yeah, it'll be fun. Late game, right? 8 o'clock local time. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. It's a little later than normal.
Yeah, that's the 16 games late there for Tuesday. Got through that in 50 minutes here. That's what happens when it's 2 people talking instead of 3. You feeling the salami tomorrow, the Slim Jim? You got a lot of overs here.
Yeah, it's got to do it. 16 games, action on every game. Definitely. I don't know if it's going to be a smart bet, but it's going to be my bet.
You have 6 overs and 2 unders, and the overs are 6.5, and the unders are 5.5. So
all right, that makes sense then.
Looking like slow.
And there's been a lot of goals in the past half week or so.
When they go over, it goes to like fucking 11. Like 6-5. It's been crazy. All right, let's. I might do some sort of prop show tomorrow for 16 games. Keep an eye out on the Twitter, on the YouTube. If I schedule that out, would probably be around 2 p.m. Eastern. But let's go through these puck buck bets here at the 50-minute mark of the YouTube video. I got the Flyers minus 155 for 30, Vegas plus 120 for 20, Ducks plus 154 for 15, Islanders Boston over 5.5 minus 125 for 25, Tampa minus 155 for 30, Washington plus 120 for 20, Ottawa minus 135 for 15, Utah plus 130 for 20, and then Kings Sharks tie plus 360 for 10.
Yeah, for myself, we got the Flames Leafs under 5.5 plus 102, Knights money line plus 120, Knights Canes over 6.5 plus 110, Jackets even money, Jackets Sabres over 6.5 minus 110, Ducks money line plus 154, Lightning money line minus 155, Red Wings Blues over 6.5 plus 110, Stars minus 142, Blackhawks plus 114, Devils Avs over 6.5 plus 105, Mammoth plus 130, Mammoth Oilers over 6.5 plus 105, Rangers Canucks under 5.5 plus 110, Kings Sharks over 6.5 plus 110. So we only got 3 out of so many games that are with a minus sign in front of them. So
yeah, I mean that worked for Thursday. So that might be the way to go.
Well, these are a lot smaller dogs than the Thursday one. Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, there's just so much parity in the NHL. Like trying to take dogs as often as you can seems to be the way to go. I might end up doing some overtime round robins tomorrow. You got 16 games. You got to figure a bunch of them are going to go. Handful are going to go to overtime. Just try to pick and choose which ones. That worked a little bit on Sunday there with the cross conference games going to overtime because both teams don't care about giving up the extra point. So look at that type of stuff. Should be plus 350 or higher for most games to go to overtime.
That makes sense.
All right. Anything else here before we close it out?
I'm exhausted.
All right. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment there, Apple, Spotify, 5-star rating and review, all that good stuff. Done here in time for the 7 o'clock game. So, yeah, I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Murray. You'll find me putting the baseball game and hopefully napping with the Dodgers winning. How about the Yamamoto guy?
Yeah, he's insane. He's insane, Yamamoto.
Love seeing it.